来，看看这个车牌还是不给啊？看看谁的是？马上，哎，马上。
Southern China is facing a major flooding emergency after days of relentless torrential rainfall battered large parts of Guangdong and Guangxi. The prolonged downpours, fueled by a powerful seasonal rain belt and abundant tropical moisture, have triggered widespread flooding, rising rivers, urban waterlogging, landslides, and significant disruption to transportation and daily life across the region. Since mid-June, heavy rain has fallen continuously over many cities and counties, with some areas recording exceptionally high rainfall totals within a short period. Streets, residential neighborhoods, commercial districts, and farmland have been inundated as drainage systems struggled to handle the massive volume of water. Authorities have issued multiple weather alerts and urged residents to remain vigilant as the risk of further flooding and secondary disasters remains high. In Guangdong province, some of the worst flooding was reported in eastern and western coastal areas, where intense rainfall quickly transformed roads into fast-moving waterways. Floodwaters swept through low-lying communities, forcing residents to move belongings to higher ground and seek safer shelter. In several towns, water levels rose rapidly within hours, catching many people by surprise and leaving entire neighborhoods partially submerged. Major roads and highways experienced severe flooding, causing traffic chaos and lengthy delays. Numerous vehicles became trapped in deep water after drivers were unable to escape rising flood levels. Images and videos shared on social media showed cars stranded on flooded streets, with water reaching door handles, windshields, and in some cases nearly covering entire vehicles. Underground parking facilities, shopping centers, and residential compounds were also flooded, resulting in substantial property damage. The relentless rain caused rivers, reservoirs, and streams across Guangdong to swell dramatically. Water levels in several river systems rose at an alarming pace, with some sections exceeding warning levels.
出裝係ima停起，點解停起又話差唔多自己咩做咩？你咩嘢啊？嚟叫水又話。
Floodwaters overflowed riverbanks and spread into nearby villages, industrial zones, and agricultural areas. Thousands of hectares of farmland were affected, raising concerns about crop losses and economic damage to rural communities. Emergency crews were dispatched to monitor river conditions, reinforce flood defenses, and assist residents in vulnerable areas. Rescue teams used inflatable boats and other equipment to evacuate people trapped by rising waters. Authorities also warned of the increased risk of landslides and mudslides in mountainous regions where saturated soil could become unstable after days of continuous rainfall.
哎呀！我想咬幾上癮嘅咩啊
Neighboring Guang Sea autonomous region experienced similarly severe conditions. Heavy rain pounded cities and rural communities alike, causing extensive flooding across multiple counties. Roads disappeared beneath muddy water, while rivers surged through populated areas. In some locations, floodwaters entered homes, shops, warehouses, and public buildings, forcing temporary closures and disrupting normal activities.
Ai, 仆街，走到一台走唔到兩台喎，浸咗一台添。
Several major rivers in Guang Sea recorded significant rises in water levels as runoff from surrounding mountains flowed downstream. Local officials closely monitored flood control infrastructure as concerns grew over potential overflow and flash flood risk. Some communities were temporarily isolated after access roads were submerged or damaged by floodwaters. The severe weather also affected transportation networks throughout the region. Flooded roads, reduced visibility, and dangerous driving conditions caused delays and disruptions. Public transportation services in some areas were suspended or adjusted as authorities prioritized public safety. Emergency responders worked around the clock to clear debris, assist stranded motorists, and restore access to affected communities. Meteorological authorities have warned that although the heaviest rainfall may gradually weaken, parts of southern China could continue to experience additional showers and thunderstorms. The combination of saturated ground, swollen rivers, and ongoing rainfall means the risk of flooding, landslides, and other weather-related hazards remains elevated. Emergency agencies remain on high alert as rescue, recovery, and damage assessment efforts continue across the affected regions.